Stuart's trying to join. He's just having some technical difficulties. So he's in the process of getting on here. So we should have quorum shortly.
Okay.
Let's keep our fingers crossed at least.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for your patience. We're still troubleshooting with Stu, so we're hoping to get him on in a couple of minutes.
I think it's going to be resolved shortly. We're coming up with a rustic solution, but it might work. So just bear with us. Sorry.
Hello.
Hi, Greg. Can you hear Stu? He's on my speakerphone. We just want to make sure you can hear.
I can hear.
Oh, Stu, can you just say hello to Greg?
Hi, Greg.
Hey, Stuart. So just before we get started, since there's only three of us, when I ask for a mover and a seconder, Karen, I'll ask you to move it. And Stuart, if you can just say that you will second it.
Yes, I'll just mark me down to seconding everything.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 4:25 p.m. I'll require a mover and a seconder for a resolution to convene as a committee of adjustment for the December 14th, 2022 hearing. Moved by Karen, seconded by Stuart. All in favor?
Aye.
That the Committee of Adjustment for the Corporation of the Township of Seguin hereby convenes at 4:25 p.m. on Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. All in favor? Sorry.
Aye.
Thank you. The Committee of Adjustment hereby convenes as a public meeting as per the Planning Act. Applicants and the public can speak at the public meeting. When asked who wishes to speak to an application, please raise your hand and direct all comments through me. Notice of the decisions will be sent to applicants and to the public if requested. Only the prescribed persons under the Planning Act may appeal a decision or condition of approval within 20 days after the notice of decision. I will require a mover and a seconder for a resolution to accept the agenda for today's meeting as circulated. Moved by Karen, seconded by Stuart. That the Committee of Adjustment for the Corporation of the Township of Seguin hereby approves the agenda for the December 14th, 2022 hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. I will also require a mover and a seconder for a resolution to accept the minutes of the previous meeting of committee. Moved by Karen, seconded by Stuart. That the Committee of Adjustment for the Corporation of the Township of Seguin hereby accepts as read and circulated the minutes of its last hearing that took place on Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I now ask the Committee of Adjustment for disclosure of any pecuniary interest with respect to today's applications. None noted. I will now ask the Secretary Treasurer to introduce the first application.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The purpose of minor variance application A-2022-0035F for 1996030 Ontario Inc. is to permit construction of a storage building with a reduced interior side yard setback. No formal correspondence was received.
Is there anyone in attendance who wishes to speak to this application? Mr. Ross, can you please unmute?
Thank you. Duncan Ross Architect, 36 Chafee Street, Suite 201, Huntsville, Ontario, P1H 1J4. We have seen the report and are happy with its contents and the recommendation. I'm just here to answer any questions that may arise.
Do any members of the committee have any questions?
I have none.
Thank you. I will then require a mover and a seconder for the resolution to bring this application forward. This application moved by Karen, seconded by Stuart. That the Committee of Adjustment hereby approves variance application A 2022-0035-F 1996030 Ontario Inc. to construct a new 334.5 square meter storage building on the subject lands and request variance to the following section of zoning bylaw 2006-125. Section 8.3, table 8.2, minimum interior side yard setback. Required is 10 meters, posed is 7.3 meters. Variance requested is 2.7 meters. Subject to the following conditions. The extent of the variance will generally conform to that shown on the sketch plan submitted in the application, and that the owner applies for and obtains a building permit for the new storage building within 2 years of the date of decision of the Committee of Adjustment. Are there any further comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous?
All right, so the application has been approved. You will get a letter in the next few days notifying you of the decision, and the 20-day appeal period now starts.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I will now ask the Secretary Treasurer to introduce the final application.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The purpose of minor variance application number A-2022-0036-H for Dobson and Carlaveras is to permit an addition to their dwelling and an attached garage, requiring a reduction in exterior side yard setback and an increase in maximum dwelling gross floor area. No formal correspondence was received.
Is there anyone in attendance who wishes to speak to this application? Mr. Dobson?
Tim Dobson, 1995, Royal Road in Pickering, Ontario. Susan Carlaveras, my wife, who's identified as Sesgen Carlaveras on the staff report, is also in attendance today. We'll be here to answer any questions. But I wanted to add that we appreciate very much the staff report. We thought it was very thorough. It agrees with our own vision for that property. And we're hopeful that we can get on with that project. So any questions, we're happy to answer them today.
Thank you. Do any of the committee members have any questions of Mr. Dobson?
I have none.
Thank you. Then I will require a mover and a seconder for the resolution to bring forward this application. Moved by Karen. Seconded by Stuart. That the Committee of Adjustment hereby approves variance application A-2022-0036-H Dobson to construct an addition to their dwelling for an attached garage and additional living space on the subject lands and request variance to the following section of zoning bylaw 2006-125. Section 86.3, table 6.2, minimum exterior side yard setback required is 10 meters. Proposed is 6 meters, requiring a variance of 4 meters. And section 6.3, table 6.3, column 3, maximum dwelling gross floor area is 295 square meters. Proposed is 360 square meters, requiring a variance of 65 square meters. Subject to the following conditions. The extent of the variance will generally conform to that shown on the sketch plan submitted in the application, and that the owner applies for and obtains a building permit for the dwelling addition and garage within 2 years of the date of decision of the Committee of Adjustment. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous?
Okay, thank you. So the application has been approved. You will get a letter in the next few days notifying you of the same, and the 20-day appeal period now starts.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. I'll now ask the Committee of Adjustment, is there any other business?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to talk a little bit, and Taylor can jump in here as well. We have a couple of changes to the Planning Act that came out of Bill 23 recently. And a couple of those changes do affect Committee of Adjustment. One being that there's no longer permitted third-party appeals. So for example, a neighboring appeal. So right now, no one other than the applicant, the municipality, certain public bodies, and the minister are allowed to appeal minor variances. So that's a big change from before, because third-party appeals are no longer. So that will affect our applications. And then the other big change was to site plan control. Site plans right now, properties are exempt. Anything under 10 residential units, they're exempt from site plan control. So you would have seen previously some conditions requiring site plan control, for example, a landscaping plan. Those we can no longer have as a condition. Taylor, am I missing anything here?
No, Lauren, I think that's basically it. So you might see us starting to use minor variance agreements more often instead of site plan agreements, because that tool isn't available to us. And I do think with the lack of appeals, you will see the committee getting challenged with tougher applications from proponents, because I think the boundary of what is considered minor might be attractive, knowing that a neighbor won't be able to formally appeal it. But then at the same time, having the ability to do a minor variance agreement does give the committee some powers to ensure a better end result than the rezoning route. So it's going to be interesting times in the future, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, I would like to, since this is the last meeting of this committee for this term of council, I would like to personally thank the staff for babysitting me through many of these meetings. But I'd also like to thank Karen and Stuart specifically for all of their help and their guidance. When I first came on, they were instrumental in me getting up to speed, and their history and knowledge of the community have been invaluable, both to me individually and to this committee as a whole. So I'd like to personally thank both of them for their time and their service on this committee, which I guess will now dissolve after this meeting.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have, sorry.
Just gonna say we as staff echo that. So thank you to all of you, Karen, Greg, and Stu. We really appreciate just being all of your support and knowledge over the last term. And yeah, it's been a great 4 years. So I just want to remind everyone as well to submit the end of year expense forms prior to the holidays, just so our CFO can process those, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions.
Taylor?
I echo the sentiments of thank you to the committee. It's been a good time so far. I didn't have 4 years with the committee, but I just had about a year, and I know some of you won't be running again, but if you change your mind, we really encourage you to do so. I believe we sent the notice, or
Yes,
if you know that
please.
might be appropriate, please keep them aware, because I think we just want to make sure that the committee continues on.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Okay. I will then require a mover and a seconder for a resolution to adjourn the December 14th, 2022 meeting, or Committee of Adjustment hearing. Stuart, can you move that, please, just for old time's sake?
Yes.
Seconded by Karen, that the Committee of Adjustment for the Corporation of the Township of Seguin does hereby adjourn this hearing at 4:38 p.m. on Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. Thank you very much, everybody, and everybody have a great Christmas if we don't see you.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, just a vote on that.
Oh, can we vote on that? Yes.
Last vote.
Last time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great Christmas.